Welcome to Between Batches, where life happens between batches.
We're two friends figuring out life in what we lovingly call our teenager era.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Danielle.
So while something is coming together in the kitchen,
we're talking about everything else.
So let's get into what we're batching today.
What are we batching today?
We are making focaccia bread today.
We are. And we are making it's kind of my new obsession. I knew focaccia all the time. But we are making today a mozzarella, roasted garlic, and pesto focaccia. And the base recipe is courtesy of Emma Fontanella.
Yes. So focaccia needs to cold ferment for 24 to 48 hours. Yes. And it makes it kind of actually like a really easy bread to work into your life.
Yes. We have found that focaccia is very forgiving.
Yes.
So it will give you specific steps like you need to stretch it and fold it and wait for 30 minutes. But if it goes an hour, it's okay. It's okay. And if you need to cold ferment it for 48 hours or 24 hours, I have even baked it same day.
And it totally works.
It totally works.
And it's amazing.
It's very forgiving. So because it does take more than just 5 minutes to make, we have gone ahead and already made up our dough, done its stretch and folds, done its cold ferment, and done. I like to, this is not part of a typical recipe, but I do like to fold in some of those toppings before we dimple and put them on. So we've already done that as well.
Yes. So we get extra goodies.
I know. And this is our baby, our bread baby.
All right. So you'll get it out. Make sure you prepare your pan. You're going to olive oil it really well. This is in that recipe from Emma. And prepare your inclusions.
I'll get messy for this.
Yes, she's going to get messy.
Off my rings because.
So it's time for the dimpling.
So what you're going to do with your bread when it's at this stage is you're going to put some oil on your hands. And now I'm going to smell like garlic all day because this is garlic olive oil.
All right.
It's not required, but it's delicious. And you're just going to dimple and shake because we need this to kind of stretch out and be lovely and kind of fill our pan a little bit.
Yes, you want to make sure you get your fingers all the way down in the tray. Like Danny said, she's shaking. That helps it to spread throughout the entire tray. And once you have the amount of dimples that you desire, then you get to put in your toppings.
Yes. And I just would like to say we are not recipe maker,
right,
content creators, and we are not professional chefs. So
no, not at all. We are just two moms who really love and best friends who really love to bake and cook.
I love bread. Okay, so this did not, my kitchen's a little bit cold today, and it did not quite get all the way warm, but in the spirit of showing you how forgiving focaccia is, even though I couldn't get her to stretch all the way out, we're just going to go for it. So I'm going to dimple her, and I don't know why bread is a her, but it's just always a her. And then we're going to take some pesto, and you can use your own or grocery store or whatever you want.
This is her homemade pesto.
It is.
From the garden last summer.
Because apparently as you get older, you get more like grandma hobbies. And now mine are like gardening and canning and baking bread. So
absolutely. Mine are very similar. Sourdough.
I really wish I could get into the sourdough.
Well, we'll do it.
We've tried, but my sourdough and we just don't get along. But just get you. Okay.
Yes. So we're doing pesto and then roasted garlic.
So and I didn't grow my garlic because I don't have the patience for it.
You just kind of smush it. Yeah. You're going to learn that we make up a lot of words around here too.
Scoosh it in.
And scoosh it in, dimple it in. And then your mozzarella cheese, you're going to tear. You want all of the like uneven sized pieces. Sure, you could cut it, but that's just not as fun.
I know. And the ones that go down into the dough will get all like melty and creamy. And the ones that are on top get a little like crispy and crunchy.
Yes. They're amazing.
So delicious.
Yes. I've made this for my daughter and some of her friends.
Did you do pearls though?
I did. I used the pearls, but I still tore them.
Oh, did you?
Okay. I did, yeah, because I didn't want the perfect edges. So
and we use what we have.
Absolutely.
We keep saying this every episode, but it's true. We use what we have. And I happened to have a half of an eaten package of sliced mozzarella from a salad that I did.
Yep.
So that's what we're using. And we're just tearing it and it will be great. All right. So this is what she looks like. And now she's going to go in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20-25 minutes or until she looks crunchy.
Yep. Okay, so while the focaccia's in the oven, let's set the table.
Let's set the table. What is our table topic for the day?
Our table topic for today is focus.
Oh, baby Jesus.
I know.
Okay. Focus.
So in this queenager era of life,
See? Focus.
um, how how do we focus? That's kind
How
of what we're
to-
gonna jump into today. So how do we tune out the noise? How do you tune out the noise? Do
It's
you?
a great question. Um, it's hard.
It's really hard. Yeah,
So depends on my day, depends on my mood. Some days,
fair.
let's be real, you can't.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a mini meltdown in true queenager fashion.
Yeah.
The recipient of my true meltdowns are usually my husband. God
Hmm.
bless him.
Yeah.
And he handles it like a champ.
Yeah.
Um, but some days there's just a meltdown.
Yeah.
Other days I can stop it. What are some things that you do to stop yours?
So I know one of the things that, because I was kind of feeling this yesterday, actually, I
Okay.
was feeling very overwhelmed, a lot of moving pieces this week in our lives. And I had to just pull out. If it was beautiful outside, I would have went for a walk.
Right. But it was
It's been we're having a roller coaster here in the Midwest, as we
yeah.
often do in springtime, and we've experienced all four seasons in the last like 3 days.
Sometimes
So
all in the same day.
yes. Yesterday was one that I did not want to go outside. So I just escaped my room for a minute. I have the Bible app on my phone, open
Mm,
it up,
so good.
read a bit of that. I also find that an audiobook, specifically Harry Potter, we might talk about that obsession at a whole nother time.
I do
Um,
love me some Harry Potter.
but I have those books, I mean, essentially memorized, so I can have that playing in the background. And I don't actually have to listen to it really.
It's just more
It's
soothing.
just, yeah, and I can focus on whatever it is that I'm doing.
Yeah. So I think for me, one thing that really helps me that I haven't been great about is if I get up in the morning and before I do anything, well, I shouldn't say that. Once I get Bug on the bus
Oh, that's
on her way, then I can sit down and I will try to read in my Bible a little bit. I'm more old school. I don't like to read it on my phone. I don't feel like I absorb it as well. I like to have
fair.
actual paper. So I will read that, even if it's just for like 5 minutes in one page. It
Mhm.
tends to like calm me down a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes, honestly, doom scrolling for me, I just need to
Interesting.
sit in the chair
Mhm.
with nothing on in the house, nobody talking, no TV,
Yeah,
and doom scroll for a minute
I
at
understand
nighttime. So you have Harry Potter in the background.
that. Yeah.
I have British Bake Off.
Oh, I do like that show a
There is
lot.
something about the accents
Yeah.
and the fact that they're baking, and typically baking, it's not one of those shows where they're like yelling at each other and mad at each
Right.
other. They do such a great job of being like calm and supportive.
They
And
are.
so that is like my fall asleep, calm down, wind down. And I have seen every season so many times that I, again, like Harry
You don't
Potter,
have to watch
I
it.
don't have to watch it. I don't have to pay attention. I can just sit there and kind of like zone out.
Yeah.
A good walk is always great. I don't disagree with you. If I can get outside and feel the sun on my face, I always feel way better.
Yeah.
Where we live, we do daylight savings time. So we have
Mhm.
just sprung forward, and I already feel like a new human.
Yes, having that extra hour of daylight at night is so, like, rejuvenating.
Yes, when it's
I agree.
4:30 out and it's like bright midday sun and not dark,
I agree. For
it's
sure.
such a different mindset, right?
Yes, it really is, and at night, to calm my mind, I have started a new routine, because I don't know about you guys, but at this era of life, sleep is not always easy to come by.
No,
Um, so I take my sleepy magnesium pills. Sometimes I drink my sleepy
game
potion, which is
changers.
really like
Yes.
tea, right? Hot tea, chamomile tea. And then I try to keep the screens off. I like to read. I love to read, and I'm like you with the paper book.
Yeah,
For some reason, the Bible, I like the app, but yeah, a paper book, and that keeps the screen out of my eyes and
which is so good.
helps so much better.
So those are things that we use to maybe calm down and recenter. But when you need to be like
Mhm.
activated and on and getting things accomplished, what is like your go-to mechanism for that? Do you like that word,
I
mechanism?
do love that word.
Just pulled that out of thin air.
My go-to mechanism, I mean, don't know that I should admit this, but um,
Sharing too much. That's what we do.
caffeine definitely helps me
Oh.
to be able to really have the energy to keep going.
But we
Um,
differ here on our caffeine choice.
we
So
do.
your
I don't
caffeine
do
of choice
coffee,
is
tea.
tea,
Yeah.
and my caffeine of choice, at least through the first like 3 quarters of the day, is coffee, and then I will switch to tea. But
And I can't have caffeine after like 1 o'clock or I will be awake all night and you can drink it
I do.
pretty much all day.
I know.
But yeah, I'll make myself a nice tea and get the thing done. Again, like I might put my earbuds in and listen to Harry Potter while I'm doing the things. But yeah, that's probably what keeps me focused while I'm working.
So I am a huge list maker.
Yeah,
I need a
it's good.
list. And my husband, God love the bearded man because he laughs at me like in like a fun way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He especially on those days where like it's really like maybe a busy season and my lists start to have
Get
lists.
really long.
And he's like, how many lists do you have right now? And I'm like, sometimes it's one and sometimes it's like five,
Yeah.
but it's fine. It's
Sub
all
bulking.
fine. I love a good binder. If I can put something in
Yes.
a binder to find it later, I will do that.
Yeah.
Um, if I can, I'm a huge football fan, NFL, not
Same.
college. You like
Both.
college
I
too,
was like,
yeah.
both for me. But yeah,
But like football is life in this part of the world.
it is.
And so, Good Morning Football show.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a 2 hour, 3 hour. I really don't know how long it is because it restarts, but then it kind of doesn't restart, and I get very confused. But
Okay.
shout out to GMFB. But I that is my one that I will put on. Like some people put on like the news or the Weather
Uh-huh.
Channel or
Yeah.
whatever. Nope, I have Good
Good
Morning
morning,
Football
football.
on, and that just like it repeats. So like they do their whole spiel for 2 or 3 hours or whatever in the morning, and then it starts over and it just runs again. And so I can have it on literally all
All
day
day.
and not really pay attention, but also kind of like
Oh, that's good to know.
catch a few things and still be able to like check off my list. And if somebody else, my husband and I got into a little conversation about this the other day. If somebody else check marks something, excuse me,
Oh,
off
on your
your
list.
list, how do you feel about that?
No, I don't feel like they usually get my list. Like nobody adds to it or takes away.
Yes. And so I do paper because
I do too.
paper.
Yep.
It's just more satisfying than just clicking.
It is. I agree.
And so occasionally the people in my family, Bug and husband, will check things off my list.
It's not okay.
Don't do it.
No,
If you
don't do
have
it.
a list maker in your family, do not check mark their
I
list.
agree. Don't mess with their list.
So rude.
Yeah. So we're gonna like throw out a term here. Maybe you guys have heard, but have you heard of the JOMO or the joy of missing out?
Okay, so I hadn't heard of
She
it
hadn't
until
heard it.
Ashley told me about this.
Yeah. I was always very much in my younger years the FOMO girl. Like I love and belonging.
Same.
Like I need my people.
Yeah.
And if my people were doing things without me, I would get very sad.
Same.
But how do you feel about the joy of missing out?
So I think this goes to your mood, right? Like,
Absolutely.
where are you in life right now? What's
Yep.
going on? How long has it been since you've been with people?
Yeah.
We both work from home in our daytime jobs, and so sometimes it'll have been a while since I'll have been like
Yeah.
with people like that I don't live with. And so then I really would probably have a lot of FOMO.
Yeah.
But this past weekend was particularly busy. We had a friend birthday, a family birthday. My husband was getting ready to go out of town. We had a meeting with our church. We had like just a lot of things going on, and all the things. And by the end of the weekend, my husband was like, I'm going to go over to the neighbors and watch this basketball game because March Madness. And I was like, he's like, do you want to go? And I was like, I absolutely have zero. No, I don't. And I will be asleep when you get home. So please do not wake me up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way at this point. Like for all of the like love that I have for people, I think I've decided that I'm an extroverted introvert. Like I need my
There's a new term for that. Have you seen it? There's like a new subtype of personality, and hubby and I have both decided that that is definitely what I am. I think you're probably
I think
the
so
same.
too. Like I love to be with people, but I need the reset time by myself. So as we get older,
Yes.
is our focus getting better or is it getting worse?
Ooh, great question. Yes.
That's how I feel. Yes and yes. I think overall in general, it's getting better, at least than it was when my kids were really small.
Agree.
Um,
Probably sleep deprivation had something to do with that.
Absolutely. Yes.
I would say it's getting better in like a task oriented way. Like I feel like I'm
Mhm.
better equipped to know how to stay on task. If you're just talking about like general, like no list, like what do they
Oh,
call it? Raw dogging it, like
yeah.
through life, like hmm,
Well,
memory's not that great anymore.
agreed. And I think we have come up as we've gotten older, or at least for myself, I've come up with ways to like compensate for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we brought smartphones into the mix, and at least for me, like that threw a lot of things out the window. And
100%.
I have a hard time, and my husband will even call me on it sometimes when we're like watching a movie, not wanting to also be
Scrolling.
scrolling or playing some
Totally.
silly game or something.
100%.
So I have to be very intentional about that.
Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I feel the same way. So I think, yeah, in some areas it's gotten a lot better. In other areas, whether it be from aging or technology, it's
Yeah.
gotten not great.
Yeah. And we have a saying in our household to be where your feet are. Um, which just basically means like be
Be
present.
here. Yeah,
And we only get one chance at this, whatever this might be. And
true
so
story.
just trying to be present, but that is always easier said than done.
I know. We in our family say a lot, we're going to miss this. Like,
Yeah.
if something is hard or we're having trouble focusing or somebody's maybe being particularly difficult or whatever, like, okay, this is going to be gone someday. Like, this
Yes.
person or these people or this phase, and we're going to miss it.
We are.
And they told us that when we were babies were
I know.
little, and I didn't believe it. And it's true.
Yeah. And unfortunately the like don't blink and take it all in, like, oh, all those
I
things are
know. That
unfortunately
whole
true.
like the days are long, but the
Years
years
are
are
short.
short. It's 100% true.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and the simple things just like that just makes me
Yeah,
really love the simple things even better.
like people. So
Yeah,
we're baking bread today, and it smells really good in here, you
it
guys.
really
I wish you
does.
could chew the air with us because it's divine.
Amazing.
And we're gonna pull that out in just a few minutes and show you. But
We are.
we're meant to share with people
We
and break
are.
bread with people and do life with
Do life together.
people.
Yes, absolutely. And we're so excited that we get to do life together. I mean, that
Yes.
has been a huge blessing, but
And a
now we get
huge
to bring
reason for this podcast.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And we get to bring you guys along for the
I
ride.
know. I'm so excited to do that with you and
Yes.
share
Yeah,
everything.
everything.
Speaking of the bread, let's get that out of the oven. What
Yep.
do you say?
Oh,
All right,
let's
let's
do
do
it.
it.
All right. So we pulled the bread out.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Here, let's look at her. So, if she had her proper time to come up to temperature, she would have filled all the edges of the pan. But again, focaccia is so forgiving.
yeah.
She looks so pretty, though. I wish you
It's so
could smell
beautiful.
her. You're supposed to let it set for 10 minutes before you rip into it, but we've been wanting to eat this the whole time it's been baking.
Yeah.
So we're going to flip it out and just do it. And it's going to be hot, just like the
Yes.
cupcakes were on the other episode. If you saw that
Yes.
one, because it's our kitchen, our rules. And it's your kitchen at home and your rules.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, look at that crust, you guys. Do that tappy thing that they do. Isn't that fun? Okay.
hopefully you heard that.
Whole Hollywood would be so proud. It's hallow sounding. Okay.
Yes.
I think we
All
just
right.
go for
So
it.
we're just
You
gonna
can
cut it.
see
Even though it's hot, we're just going for it because you can hear the crunch.
all the crunch and the bubbly, oh, the cheese pull and the steam. I don't know if you saw the cheese
Yeah.
pull, but there was one.
It's so good.
Should we get a plate? Meh, we're just gonna eat it.
Let's just go for it. Turn
Oh
on the
my gosh,
chin.
it's so hot. Okay.
Oh, it is really hot.
Oh, cheese
Wow.
pull.
Look at that. Y'all.
Okay, give me half of that because I don't need to
Well,
eat half a
I
loaf of
apparently
bread.
can't get half of it. Cheers.
Right there.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my gosh.
You guys, it's so good. I
Bread
wish you could
is so
taste it
good.
too.
I wish you could taste too. Make this.
Do it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Sorry. So besides this focaccia bread,
Mm-hmm.
what are we currently craving, Danny?
So since we were talking about focus and what helps us focus and how we get through the day, I had to share my favorite coffee because there is not a day in this household without coffee. It's very, very important. And I am very grateful that God gave us hot bean water because I love it so much. But Roastery is my favorite brand. Um,
Yeah.
and we have others that we like to buy, but this is one I always go to. They have a flavor called Betty's Recipe that is kind of like a snickerdoodly flavor that I love. And this one was a collab with one of our favorite chocolate companies.
Yep.
And really, just any of their coffees are just, I mean,
I love the smell
she does love the smell.
of coffee, and
I
that
do.
does smell really good.
And then husband every once in a while will buy like a random brand and it always like
Not as
it
good.
smells fine and then I take a sip and I'm like,
No.
what is that? What is that? So coffee.
Coffee.
Whatever your favorite is, coffee.
That's hers.
Um, Ashley, what's your thing right
So
now?
this is so silly, but Hydro Jug, this is probably one of the only ways I get all my water in every day. And you
Water is
guys,
not silly.
it has to be a straw. And because of this phase of life I'm in, this is so important.
Has
And
to
it's
be
so
spill
silly. It has
proof.
to be spill proof. And I
Yes.
really honestly just love this little handle too. It goes everywhere with me. It can be thrown in my big purse bag. And I don't have to worry about it leaking everywhere. So get yourself a Hydro Jug, and no, they're not sponsoring this, but I wish that
Yeah,
they did.
neither is the roastery.
So as we dig into this bread a little
I
bit
know, sorry,
more,
I couldn't
no, that's
resist.
totally okay. We're gonna leave you with a question on the table.
What is the question on the table?
If you had to pick one thing to be your main focus
Ooh,
for the rest of this year, what would it be?
ooh, that's a great question. Um, One thing to be my main focus for the rest of this year. I think it would have to be
So I'll go because
okay,
it
you
came to
go.
mind.
She's ready.
Mine is going to be joy. Um,
Oh, I love that.
Mainly we are going, we're going into the next phase where my daughter is about to be a senior. She's a junior
Mm,
this year, and I want to find joy in the little things. This is technically, as they would probably say, one of our last summers with her. And yeah, I want to focus on joy.
So, if we're gonna go for what we made our word of the year be, which you didn't
I
do.
didn't actually do
Okay, so
a
I
word this
did.
year.
Mine was peace. So I guess my focus, if I had to focus on one thing for the rest of the year, it would be making this season of transition peaceful. Whether that means in my health wise or with Bug, who is a senior this year and graduating, or husband's season of work life and things like that.
Yeah,
So mine would just be focusing on keeping our family peaceful and calm, even though there's a lot of transitions happening.
I like that. So what's yours? Drop it.
Yeah.
Drop a note to us in the comments, send us an email, let us know what you are focusing on for the rest of this year.
Yes. Go bake some bread, and we will see you for our next batch.